Saturday Oladipo here with Michael, the bounty hunter. A little bit of a little sweat out there for you there, Michael.
Yeah, just a little work, just want to show the people, get the people involved, show them, just a little peek of what they're going to see on Saturday,
How exciting is it to be on a card like this? A lot of people saying this is probably the biggest card of the year, Saudi Arabia. You must be excited just to be here as well.
Come on now, I could not, look at this, I could not ask for nothing else. I'm a co-feature. I plan to do my best and, make my, my own little name here and, show up and show out.
You say co-feature, and I guess that is the title, but a lot of people think this is the main event between you and Povetkin. Everyone said this is going to be war between two guys that, like to slug, like to throw hands.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The co-feature is always the one that spices things up and makes it, the card actually what it is, and then you have the the main event. We don't know really how that's going to go, but they always put that co-feature is probably basically the toughest fight, the actual real fight involved. So I'm just here to do my part. I know I got a big feat to cross, and I'm here though,
Talk about Povetkin, obviously a tough fighter, former world champion, been in with the best, always impressed as well. Stylistically, how do you think you match up with a Povetkin?
Well, I feel like my feet are a little better, I'm the boxer type. There's a rule in boxing, or law in boxing, is fight the boxers and box the fighters. So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be the boxer that night. The guy has tremendous accolades. I don't know how many amateur fights. He's been a gold medalist, kickboxing champion. The boy knows how to fight. He's been in there for as far as even fighting at the top level. He's been there for a decade. You know what I'm saying? I'm barely just getting my feet wet. This will be my first opponent, so I got a lot of things to overcome that night, and we planned and we've done had a great camp. I was sparring with Ruiz for the camp, which was no better sparring to put in front of him, in front of me to get ready for Povetkin. I could have got, a knockoff Povetkin, but to have somebody at the top level and actually be fighting on the card and the world champion, and where the state of his mind is right now, it was no better sparring and work for us, so it all just went perfect.
I know you don't want to look past Povetkin at all, but with a win over Povetkin, does that put you in a world title picture against a guy that most people recognize as a top 7, top 8 heavyweight?
I would like to think so, but that's not really my position to say. I just do my job. You know what I'm saying, and I just go to work every day. That's all I do. I let the people decide that. This is a favorite industry, and whatever the fans like to see, like I said, I know they wanted to see this fight, and it would bring a lot of excitement to the fans. So this is what we did. So hopefully, the fans will pick out another one, and we'll go after them. My name ain't the bounty hunter for nothing. So
let's briefly touch on the main event, and thanks for taking the time to speak to us here. Obviously, you've been in camp with Ruiz. You sparred him. He shocked the world a few months ago. Can he shock the world again? Do you expect him to shock the world again?
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm really focused on my own fight, but the camp went great. You know what I'm saying? People think that, just because he got a little money that he splurged a little bit, but he was in the gym every day. And he beat Anthony without any preparation the first time. So you gave the man preparation. I mean, even if it was a couple weeks, it was more than what he had for the first fight. So, and he's a fighter by nature. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is. He's not made up or anything. As you can see, he's a big guy, and that's the way he's been fighting since he was young. He's been in the world championships. He's been, he's a fighter. So I think it's going to be very hard, especially now that he has the confidence and he knows, what to expect. I think it's going to be very hard to beat that man on that night.
Michael the Bounty Hunter, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Much appreciated. Good luck on Saturday as well.